Hello everyone. I'm going to show you how I put on my nail strips because I just took off Mardi Gras earlier today and now I'm going to be putting on My Little Obsession. So you open up the package and then you get all kinds of neat stuff in the package. They give you the application instructions, which I'm trying to focus on here. They give you this little file, which I'm going to put to the side. I don't need that. They give you this little nail prep pad, which I'll put to the side because I don't need. And then you get your nail strips. And again, you can see how the nail strips come. They are 2 sets of 8. And usually I can get a manicure and a pedicure and have a little bit to fix up my fingernails after a week or two because I'm very rough on my nails. I have enough for all that usually. And I might even have a couple extras. So you get lots of information on here. It tells you how they make it. And Color Street nail strips are 100% nail polish. It tells you the order of how you take everything off, and I'm trying to show that. It's kind of hard because this is the first time I'm doing a video like this, so bear with me. Anyway, it comes in a sealed package, and if you don't use it all, you want to seal it at the end so they don't dry out. When they arrive, they're like 95% dry, but if you don't seal the package with the leftover strips you don't need at the end, then they will dry out. So you can use, I've heard you can use like a curling iron or a flat a hair straightener. I use my Food Saver because that's what I have. I don't use curling irons because I have curly hair. So I'm going to cut this, and I always cut it at the opposite end of where the name is. So the name is here, My Little Obsession. I cut it at the opposite end because then when I use up part of the package and I seal it, that name of the package of what they are is still there. So I'm going to cut this open, and I don't cut it open very much, just enough to be able to slide the strips out. And you'll notice I have a paper towel here. I prefer to do this over like a paper towel because sometimes there's like little scraps and stuff that you pull off, and it's easier to do that clean up afterwards if you just have them all like on a paper towel. That's what I usually have on. So you'll notice I'm pulling both of these out because sometimes I use nails from both sides. And you can smell the nail polish as soon as you open the package, but there are different size nails. And you just kind of have to fit them with how you work best. I usually like, because they have this nice thing where they're already pre-cut most of the way. And you'll notice I like to cut mine all apart right away. I'm leaving the clear plastic strip on the top, and I am leaving the strip on the bottom, but I'm just separating these because I just find it easier. Since some of my nails are about the same size, it's easier just to grab two, the same ones. So these big, huge ones, I'm not going to use those until I decide to do I'll keep one out just in case, but I actually usually like to just do those for when I do like pedicures for my big toes. But I'll just slide those back in. It's not going to be sealed right now, but that's okay. I'll do that at the end when I'm done with this. And so you do your thumbs last, and usually even the pinky ones, the smallest strip down here, I'm trying to figure out where my camera is. These smallest ones right here, they are too small for my pinky nails, but they're usually good for my pinky toes. So I'm going to put those back in the package. Okay, so that looks good. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to look at my camera and still look at my nail. So this is a good size for my pinky. So you pull off the clear plastic strip Okay. And then you have this little silver tab thing here. What I do when I pull this off, sometimes these tend to stick to my fingers. So I'm turning it perpendicular, and that makes it easier to apply to my nail. And I also pull this little silver tab off the top because we don't need that. Now, I'm going to put this on my finger. Just trying to match it up. And I'm reaching over what I have my phone on, so it's kind of hard to get to. Let me see. Okay. And you can just kind of stretch. And you'll notice that I'm just kind of going to the end of my nail. And I pull it off. It's still on the strip, so I can reuse that for my other pinky. But first, I'm going to just kind of, like right here, just going to clean that up a little bit. And you can file it. I prefer just to use my thumb because I do my thumbs last and it's just easier. So we're just going to clean that up. And looks pretty good. And again, I've not done this for very long, so mine don't look perfect. I actually like doing the glitter designs because those are very easy to cover up when you make mistakes. But again, you know, this is all a learning process, and I haven't been doing it long, but I'm having lots of fun with these, and I've never had so many manicures on my fingers ever. And I don't know if you can tell, I'm actually smoothing it out. And this is a little big for my finger, but that's okay. And we're gonna like just let it. I'm keeping this white strip because I will put little scraps there if there are any that are long enough. That's not really long enough, so we won't keep that. And of course you don't want to put it over your cuticle, and I think I actually did. So I am going to pull this off. If I'm lucky. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna have to get a new one. That's okay. It's perfectly okay. It was my fault. And again, I've never done this trying to record this. I put it over my cuticle, which you don't want to do. And you can see I'm able to just pull that right off. And I will use the other side, other one, which is no big deal. I have plenty of strips here. We'll just try again. And again, I'm putting it, the little white back strip I put perpendicular just because it makes it easier when you're applying. Okay, now let me really concentrate. Okay, that is better. And I'm just cutting off the end of it. And again, have to clean up a little bit because the smallest strip is a little too small for my pinkies, but the next size up is just a tad too wide. But that is not a big deal. And you can see, hopefully. So far, I've done 2 pinkies. And I just mess with them a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to pause now and put the other ones on, and I'll show you at the end because I don't want to have this video go too long. Okay, I'm back. So I've done my nails. I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strips. That is it. And I did all 10 nails. They're not perfect, but again, I'm fairly new to this. I've only been doing it for a little while. Even though this is a design, this is my little obsession, is a design nail polish. It's a solid, meaning that it doesn't have glitter and stuff on it. And it is, again, really easy to hide your mistakes with the glitter polishes. So this is the first time I am doing a solid. And not perfect, but that's okay. That is the great thing about these, is that you can always touch up. I'm looking now if there are any little places that I want to add a little bit more to, maybe like right there, because I just need a little strip there that I'm cutting it, because it has a little bit white showing on the side of my nail, and that's okay. Again, I try to use these little scraps. That's why I keep the little white applicator or backs of the strips. I keep them to put the little scraps on. It makes it easier to hold them, and it makes it, I don't even know if you guys can see this. I don't think I'm holding my hands low enough. It makes it easier to fix up stuff too. So I'm trying to just get the edge here. It's hard to turn my finger that way. There. So see, I just put a little strip right there on the edge of my thumb. And yes, if you look at it straight on, you can see that there is an extra strip there. But I don't think anyone's going to take that much time to look at my nails as closely as I would. So I'm really not worried about it. I'm just trying to touch up any last minute stuff here. Because little things, a lot of y'all know I'm very much a perfectionist. So some things have to be just perfect, and other things I can let go. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but I do try to make them look as good as I can when I'm first getting them on. And this little scrap I'm just trying to get on the edge of my nail. Pretty good. So again, not perfect, but pretty good. And I still have, so I used 7, so I still have 9 strips left to do a pedicure and anything else I want to. So I'm going to go seal this, the end of this, to keep these nice and tight. And I hope everyone has a great day.